now in session.
All right. This is episode 99 of the Homeroom with Smooth podcast. How are y'all doing?
Ooh, I'm still laughing because I saw that conversation on the right side of my screen.
Oh my god.
Oh, Alan.
Oh my god.
I'm framing it.
Yeah. I'm all right, man. I'm doing good. You know what I'm saying? All things considered, I'm in great spirits, in a good place.
I feel that.
But how do you guys? So I guess so. I'll just start with how I feel. So personally, I'm very happy and elated about the justice that was served in the Ahmaud Arbery trial. There are some things that I did not that I kind of wanted to see go differently, but we can unpack that later. Shar, what's your initial thoughts about it?
It's very comforting, and it makes me feel like there's somewhat a change coming from the justice system. It gives me a little hope to see that, someone was finally correctly convicted of what they did, because what they did was a hate crime. And yeah, it just gives me a sense of hope, really. That's all I got.
All right, Lee, what's good?
I think it's amazing what was finally done. Like this is just one situation of many that could be resolved. Uh, but I mean, you gotta take the wins where you can. Um, I feel like the situation definitely could have been stopped sooner. I feel like actions could have definitely taken place sooner than they were. Uh, because wasn't the one guy who filmed it? Did, like, didn't he know of their actions and their plans beforehand?
Yeah. So
we get into that like a little later off of that too.
All right. Well, that's where I'll leave that off then.
Okay.
Like
Frankie?
I said, I'm happy about it. You could almost say I'm excited about it. Just because instead of just dealing with just the case, they dealt with the whole system as a whole, and kind of what Lee was alluding to, where there was a lot of the whole investigation. It was kind of stonewalled for a bit because of other people in there, and because the people who were involved, their status that they had within the city. Within the county. So I'm glad that even though it was definitely delayed, they, instead of just looking at just the last part, they looked at the whole situation, and now it's going to reform the way that they administer justice and the way they even administer their investigations too, which shows that for once there wasn't a fall person and they're fixing everything.
Oh yeah. Because I mean, what Brian? No, it's not Brian McMichael. It's William. It's William. What's his name again? William. Anyway, the other one, the third, the one that's not a McMichael.
Oh, William Bryan.
William Bryan. Okay, I did have it right in my head. So William Bryan, he filmed. So he filmed it. He's the one that the notorious video that we've seen. He's the one who filmed it. When he filmed it, he immediately, not immediately. He felt bad. He sat on it for a while, and then he tried to report it to the authorities. The authorities, the DA, that's now fired, she wrote him back a signed affidavit that told him to please delete the video and everything associated with it. Just delete it so it doesn't exist. So they were ready to bury this thing like it didn't even happen. But he tried again at the state level. So that was the city level. He tried again at the state level. The state, they didn't do anything with it. So what he ended up doing was they ended up clipping it and putting it out on the internet, and that's how we got the clip that everyone's seen that went crazy. And that's how we got to the point where we are today, where justice ended up being served and the DA ended up being fired, and now we're getting all these reforms. And I want to ask you guys the question: do you guys think him getting life with the possibility of parole promotes other people turning themselves essentially and others in? Because I don't know if that
Can you
enforces.
reword that question?
So
Preve-
okay, so
He
to
wants to
put it,
say, oh,
so to
go
put
ahead.
it a different so to put it a different way, when
Mhm.
when people come forward with information, and it's information that we needed to have, and they did the proper steps necessary to try and submit said information, um should they get that harsh of a punishment when they were trying to kind of do the right thing? Now, I don't know how deep into it we can prove that he was doing the right thing, but we do know for a fact that he tried to turn it in a couple, like I think like maybe 2 weeks after the incident, and it was rejected by the DA.
Here are my thoughts.
Go ahead.
In this case, when he went in to record this, you're guilty. One, you're guilty by association because you went along with it.
Facts.
Two, when you started recording this video, you saw what was happening. You could have stopped as soon as you realized what was happening, but you continued recording. Therefore, in my mind, his intention was not in the right place. So I do not consider this man not guilty.
Um, so like to because like I'm on Char's side of this, like, but like I can also kind of see where his hesitation in stopping the situation could have came from as well, because there could have been a situation where he was forced to come along, and then he didn't have a weapon himself. Oh, because like it could have been another situation where like if you were to stop it, it now not only is uh the dude dead, but now both of them are dead, and the video is never found.
Mhm.
So it could have been a situation like that. But like my whole thing is like we backtrack that even further, or like because they both like all didn't all three of these people have like jobs in law enforcement of some sort?
No, because there's a father, the son. William Bryan was a neighbor. So the father, he was the one most connected in the county, and the son had military experience in
Oh,
law enforcement. Law
okay,
enforcement.
okay.
Um,
They- So like, but like, didn't he? Wasn't he aware of their like intentions and stuff?
um, going beforehand, it doesn't really know, and I think it was because I personally think that he was kind of roped into it.
Which is
C-
possible. It didn't sound like William Bryan even had a weapon in the scenario.
Yeah, I think because I think he was roped into it because they try to do the neighborhood watch thing. I think the other two, they said, "Hey, this guy's going around doing this," so I think that's why he tagged along. And it seems like he didn't know the extent of where it was going how far down the rabbit hole that they were going, which is why he chose to start recording. But I do think that one of the reasons why he didn't get a lighter sentence is because he didn't go on the stand either. So
Oh, I didn't
since
know
he
that.
didn't go on the
Oh, I thought he
stand,
did.
hmm?
Oh, he didn't want to go on
Yeah,
the stand and
yeah,
testify.
he chose not to testify. So so they got him with the other charges, and the other one too is the false imprisonment and a criminal attempt to commit false imprisonment because they were going under the citizen's arrest thing. So I think that and aggravated assault. And I think that's the thing, since he didn't go on the stand and what he recorded was the second part of the confrontation. We don't know what happened beforehand and everything too.
Oh, so in that regards, the full length video, the jury seen the full length video.
Yeah, no,
So
they
it
seen
has
the full length video of what he recorded.
So it has their conversation at the house too.
Yeah.
Yeah, so it's like a whole thing. So in that regard, it makes me feel like, okay, like what so in besides me wanting to like kind of want to like promote this behavior in a way, like to
Mhm.
actually get people to come forward and do the right thing. At the same time, with him already recording as much as he did, it makes me feel like he knew something was going to happen, but maybe not to the extent.
Mhm.
Like there's like the whole thing was suspicious from the beginning because weren't they watching this dude go for runs around the neighborhood?
For weeks.
Yeah, for weeks. If that doesn't sound suspicious in that moment, like they watch him for weeks, he doesn't do anything wrong for weeks. Weeks.
Well, and that's where I think that he was roped along, because if people are saying, especially guys that are in law enforcement, they're saying, hey, there's a string of burglaries going on. We have this guy who doesn't belong here, and he seems to be going around this route that we really don't see. And so he's scoping out stuff so he knows where people's where people's work patterns and everything. Like I'm just telling you how it's presented, Shar. I'm not saying it's right or wrong, but I'm saying that this is how a person with a weak mind, and
Oh
that's
yeah, I know. It just
and the
reminds
thing
me
is,
a
because
lot of Trayvon Martin. That's
yeah,
all. Go
and
ahead.
the thing is, remember, because the main guy, what's his name?
You're talking about Travis McMichael?
Yeah, Travis McMichael. He was an investigator for the district attorney, which means he is.
He could have coaxed them into it. Like
No,
he could.
that's what I mean. No, because if you think about it, it's the guy. He's like, I work for the district attorney. This is what I do. This is what happens. This is the information that I have right now to go, because this is what they're doing for. So we're doing our part to make sure that this doesn't happen again. So,
So
and that's why it seems like William Bryan is he was kind of roped into it. And like I said before, I feel bad because Travis McMichael ruined his freaking son's life.
yeah, fucked him sideways. Like that.
Or
Like
sorry,
career,
or sorry,
life.
Gregory McMichael is it? Gregory McMichael. Freaking
Gregory is the father, then Travis is the son.
yeah. So Gregory just
Okay.
ruined his, but Travis was the one that was, he on all accounts. So and was it Gregory missed one account or one count?
Oh yeah, but they both got life
No,
without
yeah,
parole plus
they both
20.
got life.
So
But that's the thing. It's like Gregory just ruined his son's life.
yeah.
Like I guess like the way we're looking at it, we're looking at it from like hindsight 2020, right? We have all the facts. We know what the situation looks like, but it could have been an entirely different situation, like sitting in his shoes in Michael Bryan or William Bryan, and like he could have used like a lot of like law enforcement jargon to make it sound like very convincing. And, or it could have sounded suspicious enough that he felt the need to like tag along so he could get some more evidence to prove that he was right with his instincts. So you could go either way.
And I want to say this to be clear. I'm not saying he shouldn't have went to jail. I'm just saying like they could have gave him like 40, you know what I'm saying? Like 40 no parole or something like that, cuz either way it goes, he was old. Like if he lives that long to get out, whatever. Like
It could have ended up in life.
yeah, that could have ended up being life without giving him life with the possibility of parole, because I don't know what that ends up meaning. Like, is he gonna just serve 20 and then become eligible for parole, and then he's out and he's permanently on parole for the rest of his life? I mean, probation for the
I
rest of
just
his
want to
life?
say I have
That's
no
crazy.
sympathy for him at all in this case. I don't. Sorry.
Yeah. I think I would have to find out more what's going on and everything, because it's all hindsight, and the fact that he didn't testify, it kind of leaves his side out of it too.
Yeah, him testifying, absolutely. You like go to jail for that. You're not even defending yourself. You're not even helping with the details at this point. Yes, you procured the video Oh, but like, is that insinuating that you know more of the situation? That at one point you agreed with the situation, and you don't want to bring that to light? Like, him not testifying is like okay, yeah, you got to go to jail. We don't know what the fuck else you know. Oh, like you're guilty on that account. Like that solidifies my decision in giving you life. Like,
Yeah.
had you said something and you brought something up to light, even if the fact was at some point you were like, oh yeah, we should kill him, and like, okay, all right, maybe we give you a lighter sentence because like you testified, you helped with the situation, you brought upon like a bunch of these uh, reforms arms as well. Oh,
Mhm.
okay, like I can give you a little leeway there, but like what reason? Like that just leaves me with the question: like, what reason did you not have to testify? Like,
Probably
what?
because I,
So I think it's more. I think so. I think it's like twofold. So like, one is like, okay, well to finish. Well, I'll just say this real quick. So to finish off, like, I feel like 40 no parole would have been a lot better than 20, and then he goes up for parole eligibility and he gets it. Like that's just my mindset. That's just my mindset. If he got 40 no parole, I would have preferred that over life. So because life, you start becoming eligible for parole at like 20 years or something like that. I think they I don't know if they've had the formal arraignment where like fully like details out that part, or maybe they just did that on the side and we public don't have access to it. But I do want to say along that line of thinking, um him I agree with you, Lee. Like him not testifying is very fishy.
Very sus.
Super sus. Like, cause if it was me in that scenario, I would have just gone ahead and just said, got on the stand, and just
And yeah,
let it fly.
like, why not? Like, at that point, you might as well testify. Like, you're going to jail regardless. Like
well,
Yeah.
I think pretty much because they still have to go to a federal grand jury, and anything that they could say could be used in that one too.
can and will
And
be used against
and
you.
and that one, the death penalty is involved.
Oh yeah, they are not getting out of jail. Neither of them are getting out of jail.
Well,
None
no,
of them.
yeah, but I'm saying, but the death penalty is involved,
Yeah,
and
okay.
Okay.
so
Now that you said that, I guess, invoke your Fifth Amendment if you think that's a chance.
yeah, and since
Because it could
they,
have
they
been
didn't
like
come a
the
deal.
lawyer told him not to say anything.
Yeah, because because he tried to plead, because the thing is, because he tried to plead not guilty, and I think that's the main thing. So I think like what you said, Smooth. I think if they cut him a deal and they made have gave him a deal on the table and he turned
Yeah.
it down, and that would have been
Or
his lighter sentence.
did it and kept his mouth shut.
Yeah, but no, that's the thing. But since he didn't take, but usually when you cut a deal, you have to go and testify, or you have to go do other stuff. And so if he wasn't willing to do that.
Yeah, you're right.
Right.
Actually, yeah.
So I do get what you mean, Smooth. It's like, hey, you wish in order to not deter people from, if they participate in a crime, in order to not to deter them to come forth with evidence to actually to right or wrong,
Mm-hmm.
they should get a lighter sentence. But I think with that one, you also have to play ball, and if he
Yeah,
wasn't
that's
willing to
that's
play
fair. That's
ball,
fair. That's fair.
but
That's
like,
fair. That's
but
fair. And he didn't play ball.
yeah, but the federal the jury selection for the hate crime in federal court is on the 7th of February.
Ooh, that's gonna be fun.
So
Um,
yeah, we never really answered Smooth's question. I like I don't for me I don't think this deters anybody really. I like one it depends on the situation as well. Oh, because like we just mentioned, like lawyers getting involved in plea deals, because like being in the court is, it's a game. You gotta play the game if you want the lighter sentence, and that probably was the case as well. Well, like he was fucked, and he wanted to be less fucked as possible as well.
Yeah,
So,
because they give him 30. He's already 50. Yeah, so they gave him 30. So it's already 50. So and he's already 50. So he's like, hey, I got nothing anyway too. So I might as well roll the dice.
I was gonna
But
say,
that is
moral of the story: he dug the hole for himself. He was there when all of this happened. I think the man got what he deserved. Whoop de whoop de whoop.
what
Yeah. So
question? What do you think? Do you think this is going to deter people in the future from submitting evidence? Because he did have a lot of.
Well, but in his case, he
Yeah.
agreed to go with them.
no,
Every
we're,
case
no, we're
is
not talking about
different.
him. We're saying in the
So
future. Though.
there are bystanders. If you're a bystander who records something to turn into the police station, that's different. But in this case, he went along with it, and from the beginning, they asked him to come along. Like that's
Yeah,
I think
but
this is
we're not
sticky.
talking about that though. We're saying in the future, because saying I'm with my boys, right? And we're saying, hey, I'm going to a freaking, I'm going somewhere with that too, because I find out that one of my friends, freaking she got beat by her boyfriend. So I'm like,
Yeah,
yeah,
but
we're gonna go. No, hold on. So we're gonna go fuck this dude up, right? But then I get there, and I kick him twice, but then freaking someone brings out a gun and shoots him. So that's what Smooth is saying. And so I was a part of the murder. So so we're saying, so they're just asking, will this judgment make it me less likely to go ahead and produce evidence now, because I'm gonna get just as fucked as they are, and if I'm just quiet, I'm scot free. What do you think about that?
I mean, in your scenario, to be honest, you helped incite violence on this dude. So like,
No, and I'm saying,
technically speaking,
but that's the situation, and that's what Smooth is saying. So now we go to, I keep my mouth shut, and this murder is a cold case, or do I produce evidence and get a lighter sentence? And they're saying, because, and Smooth is saying that since his sentence is almost as much as the other guys, will this deter people for doing the right thing in the future? That's what he's trying to ask.
yeah.
So, and that's what I was asking Shar. It's like, so do you think that would deter people from doing that?
I can't answer for everybody. I don't know.
That's why it's just your thoughts. Like, what do you think?
I honestly don't have an answer for that. I also don't put myself in these type of situations. I kind of have a really strong intuition, so I can tell when things are off to prevent myself from being in those type of situations. I just.
Well, yeah, I'm the same way. That's why, but I'm with Lee, and I don't think it will go ahead and deter people.
I don't think it's gonna deter people. And not even to mention the part like where like it's very situational,
Hey, I'm gonna keep it. Yeah, so I'm gonna keep it 1,000, all the way 1,000. If you do something like that in front of me, I'm turning into 6ix9ine. Like you, your mama, your whole family, everybody getting ratted on. Like everybody is. I'm getting as close to walking off as possible. Like I'm not going down for that, especially if I wasn't trying to do all that. Like y'all told me a whole another thing. What you mean we finna? Which a shotgun, a gun? We finna shoot? Wait a minute.
Yeah, dude.
Like
the second
it escalated so fast. Like I've been in a couple situations where things have like escalated really fast, and I just kind of end up looking like, yo, who did I ride with again? Like, and I'm like, I need to change who I'm riding with home. Like, I've done that a couple times. Like, yo, can I ride with y'all? And I'm out because I'm not being a part of nothing stupid. Like,
bro,
I've
been in situations like that too, man. Like I showed up to a party that was a little too much partying going on, and I was just like, y'all gotta get fucking caught for this shit. So I did, not to give too many information about the whole thing, but just say none of it was good. There was all kinds of illegally going on there.
Oh God. Okay.
So with that being said, don't do anything for the Smooth because he'll dime you. Lee and I will just leave you. And
No,
Char,
no,
Char's not even
I'm
going.
saying
He's like,
something heinous against my moral code. Like if you murder somebody
oh
that's
yeah,
innocent,
I'm
I'm singing. I'm singing. I'm just telling you right now. I'm
So-
singing like a canary. I'm singing like
Safe-
Beyonce and Destiny's Child. Like I'm singing.
how the
Okay,
case.
it's
But
real.
listen, what I will say, if I'm turning something in, I'm not gonna say I was there. I'm not saying that shit. No.
On the video, it's gonna literally it literally has you on there.
No, I'm gonna screen record and mute the audio and be like, "Yo, I found
Or
this."
I'm gonna submit it
house.
anonymously or something.
No, that's no, but I'm distorting that audio. I'm screen recording. I'm throwing some music on there too, so
So
you
you're
can't
gonna
even
doctor the
identify
video
anything in my
so then
voice.
they know it's doctored.
I'm
No,
a black
it's not
person
doctored.
in America turning in a video of a murder. They're gonna lock us under the jail.
Yo,
Okay, that's fair. That's fair.
I don't, but you can doctor everything and then screen record or the doctored video, and now
Or give it to your white
that's
friend and tell them, hey, go turn this into the police.
No, if my voice is in there, no.
Yeah.
But with that being said, that's episode 99 of the Homeroom with Smooth podcast.
Hey, yeah, facts.
Yeah.
That is episode 99 of the
Yeah,
Homeroom
that's
School
it.
podcast. Hey, so listen, y'all like, comment, subscribe if you're watching on YouTube. If you're listening to this on podcast audio, go and hit that little follow or subscribe button, depending on what platform you're on. And if you're watching on Twitch, hit the little heart thing that makes you follow me. But anyway, thanks for watching. We're out. Thanks, Lee and Frankie and Shar for coming on. We're out.